Give me a number. Where do you want to start? 19? Yes. Okay, so 19 says the school's selling tickets to a choral performance. On the first day of ticket sales, the school sold 3 adult tickets and 1 child ticket for $38, and then $52 for 3 adult tickets and 2 child tickets. Find the price of adult and the price of a child ticket. This is going to be a system. We want 2 equations from this because there's 2 different scenarios happening. Can you give me the first equation? And I'm going to do A as adult and C as child. If you want to do X and Y, that's fine. But at the end, you better tell me which one's the child and which one's the adult. That's why I always try to use the letter that is appropriate. Morgan. 3A plus 1C equals 38. Okay, so that's the first equation. What's the second equation going to be?
52 equals 3A plus 2C.
Yep, 3A plus 2C equals 52. Okay, at this point, there was no specification. You're allowed to choose substitution or elimination for this. Who wants to do substitution? Who wants to do elimination? Here's what I wonder. Is it my fault that you want to do elimination on this? Do I sway you because I like elimination better, or is elimination just really that much better of a method?
It's just easier.
You like it better? I mean, the other way is pretty simple on this one too. But yes, I would say elimination is better here. So here's the deal. I didn't really show you the whole you could subtract them thing because people start making mistakes with negatives. But you're allowed to subtract equations. Did you know that? I feel like I mentioned it once. So you could just subtract this right now, but in the interest of not confusing people, because I didn't teach it to you that way, I am going to just multiply everything by something. I'm going to multiply the top equation by what? -1. Okay, so I'm going to put that down below here. So this will be a -3A, a -C, and a -38. So essentially we're ignoring that top one, and here's our setup. We're going to add them together. So 3A plus a -3A is 0. 2C plus a -C is C. And 52 plus a -38 is 14. Whew. Mental math is a struggle right now. What does that mean? A child ticket is $14. Okay, if you write that, great. If you write C equals 14, not great, and I will not give you full credit for it. Okay, make sure I know what you're talking about. So C is 14. How do you solve for A then? Plug it in. I would just go back to that first one. So 3A plus 14 equals 38. Take away the 14. So you get 3A equals 24. Divide by 3. So A is 8. What does that mean? Adult tickets are $8. Okay? Give me another number. What do you want to see? 18. What does supplementary mean? 180. So when it says 2 angles are supplementary, what are you doing? What's your equation? Right, so if we say angle 1 is X and angle 2 is Y, then X plus Y will equal 180. Their difference is 66. What's your equation? X minus Y equals 66. Okay. Elimination is all set up for you right here. What does this become when we eliminate? What's X plus X? 2X. A lot of people leave that as X for some reason. X plus X is 2X. So that's 2X. This goes away. 2X equals 246. Divide by 2. So X is 123. Okay. And and then plug it back in to solve for your y. So if we go here with it, 123 plus y equals 180. Take away that 123, and your y value is 57. Give me another problem. What do you want to see? 27? Yes. Thank you. Oh, Michael. Lovely picture. So this says write a system. There you go. And then solve it. So it says a change machine contains nickels, dimes, and quarters. There's 75 coins in the machine, and the value is 725. And then there are 5 times as many nickels as dimes. What equation are you going to do for 75 coins? Yeah, Morgan. Okay, so x plus y plus z. That's totally fine. I would use n, d, and q because then you know which one is which and you can keep them all straight. But x, y, and z is fine if you know what they all are. So nickels plus dimes plus quarters is a total of 75 coins, okay? Equation number 1. What equation is going to go with the 725?
5n plus 10d plus 25q.
You're really close.
Oh, okay. 0.5, 0.10, and then 0.25.
0.05, yes. So a nickel is 5 cents, right? So 0.05n plus 0.1d or 0.10. You don't need the 0, right? It doesn't change anything. And then 0.25q equals $7.25. What's this maroon equation? There are 5 times as many nickels as dimes.
And 5n equals
This one always gets set up wrong. Think about it. 5 times as many nickels. So are there more nickels or more dimes? More nickels. So we would have to multiply the dimes by 5 to get the nickels, right? Careful with that. Okay, just out of curiosity, is anyone tempted to change that green equation? You don't have to. No? I don't love decimals in a problem like this. So if it were me, and right now it is me, so I'm going to do it, I would multiply to get my decimal points out of there. You don't have to. You can totally do it like this. But if we multiply everything by 100, that'll just move my decimal points over too. So I'm going to call this 5n plus 10d, right? So I'm moving it to, moving it to, moving it to, moving it to, plus 25q equals 725.
You can just do that?
You can just do that. As long as you do it to both sides of your equation. Doesn't change the value. Yesterday we did it by dividing, right? Today we did it by multiplying. So now you have, I'm just going to ignore this one. You have these 3 equations. What should you do next? Substitute. Yeah, substitute your n, right? We know what n equals. So put that here and put that here. Okay, so up top, my orange equation, it's going to be 5d plus d plus q equals 75. And we can simplify that. 5d plus d is 6d plus q equals 75. Okay, so there's one equation that we're going to work with. Then substitute in this bottom one. So n is 5d. So I'm going to say 5 times that 5d plus 10d plus 25q equals 725. Okay, so this is 25d plus 10d, or 35d plus 25Q is 725. Still with me? So you have these two equations. Would you do substitution or elimination? There's not a right answer. Who would do substitution right now? Isolate the Q. Who would do elimination right now? Multiply by 25, negative 25? No opinions? Less opinions on this one. Okay. We'll do substitution just because I always do elimination. The substitution needs to win every now and then too, right? So if we do substitution, take away 6D. So Q is equal to negative 6D plus 75. So we're going to take that and we're going to drop it in right here. So it's going to be 35D plus 25 times our Q equals 725, and our Q is negative 6D plus 75. What's your next move? Distribute. So we're going to say 25 times a negative 6 is a negative 150. So 35D minus 150D plus 25 times 75 is 1875 equals 725. So simplify this. 35 minus 150 is a negative 115D. Take away the 1875. And that's a negative 1150. So then divide by negative 115. And you get D equals, sorry, a negative. So you get D equals 10. Thanks, Tiffany. What do you do from there? If D is 10, what's N? 50, right? Nickels is 5 times dimes. So that means we have 50 of those. How do you find Q? Plug it all in up here. So D and N. So we're going to say 50 plus 10 plus however many quarters we have is a total of 75. So take away 60 and we will have 15. What does that mean?
15 quarters.
15 quarters, 10 dimes, 50 nickels. Label it, okay? Where's your phone? Thank you. No, I told you not today, remember? What else?
The graph.
Which graph?
Okay, just the graph.
22?
Sure, 22.
Okay, so 22 is a horizontal and a vertical, right? This is horizontal. This one's vertical. So if y is less than 4, that's I want to say open dot. That is a dotted line. 1, 2, 3, 4. So dotted line at 4. If y is less than 4, where do I go? Above or below? Below. Right, like that. Okay. This one, x is greater than or equal to negative 3. That's a vertical line at negative 3. And this one's solid because it's got the equal to bar. And if it's greater than negative 3, which side is it going to be on?
Right.
The right side. So your solution would be all of this. Okay, but don't get rid of, I want to see all of it. I want to see what you started with and where the overlap is. So don't erase other stuff. Just give me the whole thing. Other ones. What else? How do you feel about this test?
Can you do number 20?
Yes. Okay, this one, you're graphing this as a line, right? Y is less than or equal to x plus 2. So you start here. This is your first move. Up 2, 1, 2. Okay, your slope is 1. So you're going to go up 1 over 1. Solid or dotted line? Solid, because it has the equal to. Okay, so here's your line. And then what's a good point to plug in here to check it? 0, 0. So if I plug in 0 is less than or equal to 0 plus 2, then 0 is less than or equal to 2. Is that true? That is true. So where do we shade? Up and to the left or down and to the right? Where the 0, 0 is, right? If 0, 0 is true, you want to shade that side. So we want to shade this way because it was true. Okay, so there's your first one. Second one, where do you move for absolute value of x minus 3 plus 1? Right 3 and up 1. Okay, so from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3 to the right, up 1 is here. Does this open up or down? Up, right? And it's a slope of 1, so up 1 over 1. I think this might be the exact same one. Oh, my pencil is dying. So this is dotted. Okay, now plug in 0, 0. 0 is greater than the absolute value, of 0 minus 3 plus 1. So 0 is greater than, what's the absolute value of negative 3? 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. Is 0 greater than 4? No. So do we shade where 0, 0 is? No. So instead of going below the V, we're going to go above the V like this, which means your answer is that chunk. Okay? What would you like next? Pick a number, any number. 17. Okay, so 17, it says find the value of two numbers if their sum is 12 and their difference is 4. So if we call the two numbers x and y, what are your equations? Sum is 12, so x plus y equals 12, and x minus y is 4. Okay, substitution or elimination? Elimination, right? Add them together, you get 2x, that's 0, equals 16, divide by 2. So x is 8. And if x is 8, plug it back here, 8 plus y should equal 12. So take away the 8, and that'll make your y value 4. What else? Take your pick.
20. Wait, I have a shot of
Which one? 17?
Yes.
Okay, number 20. This one's probably one of the more tricky ones, right? The way it's worded is a little unique. It says, Andrew sold 3 more than 6 times the amount of cookie dough that Jack sold. Together, they sold 38 boxes of cookie dough. How many boxes did Andrew sell, and how many did Jack sell? Can you give me maybe the more basic equation, the simpler equation? I'm going to use A and J, but yes, A plus J, Andrew plus Jack should equal 38 boxes. Did I write it? No. Guess who did? It was Cragness, yes. These are her children. She wrote it a long time ago, and now he's here, so maybe not as cool anymore. So Andrew sold 3 more than 6 times the amount of cookie dough that Jack sold. How do you write that?
A is equal to 6J plus
6 times the amount of Jack plus 3. Yes. So this is your setup, okay? And now we can substitute. 6J plus 3 can go right here. So 6J plus 3 plus J is 38. So 7J, take away the 3, is 35. So how many for Jack? 5 boxes. So divide by 7. We'll say Jack sold 5 boxes. Okay. Then the other one, if we know Jack sold 5, we can plug Jack in here. Andrew plus 5 equals 38, or you could plug it in here, right? So take away 5, and Andrew would be, oops, that was 38. 33 boxes for Andrew. And tell me about them, right? Tell me Andrew sold 33 boxes and Jack sold 5 boxes. What else? Are you charging that right now with an AirPod?
Charges it.
I wonder. Give me another one. We're getting way farther than my last class did, by the way, so you guys are winning right now. Doing your homework for you. And you got less problems. You guys are, you're the lucky class. What do you want to see? Elimination, substitution, graphing. Is that a hand up? Number 1? All right, let's graph. Y equals 3/4 x minus 1. Where do you go first? Down 1. So down 1 here, and then up 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 over. Right there. So here's your first line. Okay. Second line is, oh, I maybe should have done another point. Hold on. There we go. Second line is x equals -4. What kind of line is x equals? It's vertical. So vertical at -4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's this line. What's your solution? It's the point of intersection, right? -4, -4. Give me another one. Number 3. So this first one is in slope-intercept, so we're going to go down 2 and plot a point there. And then it's 5/4, so up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To the right 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so here's your first line. The second line is a little bit not beautiful. You could do the cover-up method, but you're going to get a funky set of numbers. Well, at least one funky number. I would probably just rearrange. So add the 5x. So you get 4y equals 5x minus 4. And then divide by 4. And you get y equals 5/4 x minus 1. Now look at your two equations. 5/4 x minus 2 and 5/4 x minus 1. What's going to happen there? They're parallel. So down 1, you would put a point here, and then up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 over, puts you here. So your graph looks like this. What's your solution? How many solutions do you have? No solution. No solution because they are inconsistent. Right? Parallel lines. They'll never touch. Other questions? Is the bell gonna ring? Okay. So your homework is just to finish that. Your test is on Tuesday, which is the next time I see you. I will be here at 7:40 Tuesday morning. Come ask me some questions.